Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Fierce and Feisty Bullseye. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to replace your stock trigger with a performance trigger by FreedomSmith. Before we get started, I want to show that this gun is cleared. There's nothing in the magazine well and also nothing in the chamber. So today I'm going to be swapping out for a purple performance trigger from FreedomSmith. I was referred to them by a friend of mine who's also a competitive shooter, and I'm super excited because as soon as I went to their website, I saw this bright purple trigger, and obviously I have a thing about purple, so it was perfect. This is actually the Pinnacle Pro version. You can kind of see Pin Pro 290. So this is the Pinnacle Pro. It was just colored in purple. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to break down into the trigger system. I actually did not see very many videos that were out there for the Canik Rival and the FreedomSmith trigger, and so I figured why not record it. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break apart the gun. So I'm going to pull the trigger to release the slide and then use my slide release. Pops off and should come out fairly easy. I'm going to set this aside because I'm not going to need it. So the idea is that we have to go in and punch out any of these punch pieces to release the mechanism on the inside. So I'm going to actually be using the punch tool that comes with the gun and then a soft mallet, and I have a roll of tape or soft tape that's underneath because obviously I'm going to punch out pieces from the opposite side and I need the space to be able to do that. So some of these are really stuck in there, some of them are not. Come to find that out. The ones that are super stuck in there I'm going to have to hit pretty hard. I have had this gun for I'd probably say a couple of years now. So very gently on this one because I know it's going to pop out. Here's the piece to that. I'm going to set that right there. This little guy pops out like that. And then I'm just going to take this side plate off too. But you want to remember which direction this is facing. Okay, so it comes out. Then there's also a little guy in there that will come out as well. You want to make sure it goes in the same way that it came out. All right, so now what I'm going to do is punch this out, but this is the one that's kind of stuck. So this might take a little beating. All right. I might have to bust into the punch kit. See if I can get this to go a little bit better for me. There we go. There it goes. Just need a little bit of love. All right, that little dude's out now. God. And then we're going to do this back one right here. This one's not as bad. And then this little spring has to pop off. You can see that spring right there. That needs to come off its ledge and hang. So I'm just going to use pliers for that. Actually, I'm going to use the little tool first to pop the spring off. There we go. Almost. You just need to get it off of its ledge. So maybe these pliers are a little big, but there we go. Now it's off. So now it's just kind of dangling there. And then this part comes off. Let's see if I can use a normal punch for it. Yeah, it's just that one that was super stuck. So this slides off. Okay, so now I'm going to pop this whole section out here It should just pop out. Spring should stay where it's at, the spring right here, but if it does come out, then you at least know which direction it needs to go. And I'm using the Canik tool to do this, but then this will pop out. And now you have access to the trigger. So now we're basically just going to pop the entire assembly piece out like that. And I'm going to leave this spring alone. I did get a replacement spring for that, but I don't necessarily need it. But then the trigger piece comes out like that. So in order to get the trigger off, you'll notice that the FreedomSmith trigger comes with a pin sticking about halfway out of it. So it's going to be the same thing here. You'll see this small pin, and you will want to punch that out. I'm just going to take these pieces off. And then just remember how they go back on. There we go. All right. Trigger is off. Set these back in the case that I got for my performance trigger so that I do not lose them. All right, so now I need to punch out, but I want to be very, very, very careful with this one because I don't want to ruin the finish on this. So I'm going to be super, super gentle. So I line my holes up. Okay, so you guys are probably going to laugh, but I had to get my husband to come in and help me with this because this little guy has to line up perfectly in here, and the hole, you have to be able to see through it, and I couldn't do it with just me, and so he had to come in and help me. So this is now installed. Yay. All right, so now the idea is we're basically just going to put everything back together the way that we found it. So some of this had come apart when I took it apart, but let me actually get in here and clean some of this off though. While I'm in here, might as well. It's back on there. This little guy will, the spring came off, so now I'm just gonna rotate it and get the spring back on. So now the spring's back on there. So now this goes back into the base. Trigger goes in here. Pops back in. Spring is still on there. That's good. It's the way we want it. Send it up a little bit. There we go. Spring's back on that hook. Make sure that it goes back on that hook. Very, very important. Okay, so this works now. You can see how much shorter that is. I'm super excited for that. Okay, so now I'm not going to quite put the spring back on yet. I'm actually just going to put this base in first. And remember, if you need to, it's always good to reference videos. And so if you're recording this, then you can go back to see this is how this goes back in. But before I do that, I'm going to drop it. Before I do that, I'm going to wipe this off because just like everything else, it's been a very well used gun. And so it is slightly dirty. Was not prepared to do a video on deep cleaning today, but yeah. So now we're going to, now that I've cleaned this off, I'm going to pop this back in. You gotta really, there we go. You gotta like get it at an angle and then pop in one side and then pop in the other, and it clicks in, so it's good. Clicked. Click, click, click. The cool thing about Canik pieces is that they will click when they are in. So that's what we're looking for, right? We're looking to make sure that it actually clicks. If it clicks, that means it's most likely in. So now we're going to kind of just reassemble the punch pieces. I'm going to go kind of in the order that I went. So I'm going to put in the slide lock piece first. You might need to use the punch tool to lift this up, because this has to align with the other side. So there's a hole on the inside. The trigger needs to be aligned when you try to shove this through. And if it's not aligned, then it will not let you. There. Ooh. That is tricky. You kind of need, I use this hole punch on the side just to be able to get into alignment, be able to see inside the hole to make sure that it actually was going to go in. That was fun. I want to just use some leverage to push that in. Good. So we're going to put this back part back in. Make sure you don't lose your pieces as you are pounding. You have to make sure that this is lined up. It was not wanting to go in, but now it will. There we go. Make sure it's not sticking out on the other side. That's good. Still working. Good. As long as it's still working along the way, I'm happy. All right, so now let's put in the rest of these pin punch pieces. I'll put in this front piece, mostly because this was the one that actually really did not like me. Actually, I might just need to pop this in and see. Yep. Let me tap that in just a little, just to get it a little bit more flesh. There we go. This little stubborn dude, though, hopefully now that I've actually broken it apart, won't do that to me again, but we'll see how that goes. All right, so now is probably the hardest part. We need to put this little guy, which I'm going to clean really quick, back in the same way that he came out. There will be an arrow head that way, and then the spring this way. So you want it to go back in exactly how we took it out. Okay. Here's where it gets tricky. This needs to be pushed down while sliding in the punch. There's a little divot on the inside that you can see. So the idea is to push this down while you're pushing this in. That little divot from the spring will sit in there and you'll hear a little click. The hard part is getting it in there flush. So I have it in line. There. I had to use this tool to leverage the other side, and so that is definitely difficult to do, but unfortunately now I got to punch it just a little bit out so that I can put this last piece back on. So it goes on like that, and then you're gonna pop the rest of it through until you hear that click. Click. Okay, now these are functioning. That's good. The idea now is that you want to make sure that the trigger is working. So I'm going to pop my slide back on. Okay. It's a lot shorter of a trigger. Love it. It's also purple. That makes me happy. And we are done. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow me on social media. I hope you have a fierce and feisty day.